Hello.
Wow.
So
blessed.
Mini-sode with Mini Jess. We're here with my best friend, Jess, from school. Da, 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 da.
Oh, yeah.
So we have little Jess staying,
So little.
and we thought, who better to come and sit in than Jess? Because she was there through the whole thing, really.
Yeah, she was.
There's a few people
The OG.
that will be jealous of that statement.
Yeah,
Your time is coming.
they won't be
Don't
happy.
worry.
Yeah.
Your time
Jess
is
was at
coming.
college. She wasn't at school with me at the time, but she saw.
No, I was there at the time, and then
Oh, yeah,
I
you
went
were
away.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it happened, I was obviously off school.
Yeah.
You guys got offered counselling.
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah, we did. Me and the in our little group
You
all got
offered
offered counselling.
What for?
Grief counselling.
To help
help
with me.
Alicia.
I didn't get grief counselling.
Yeah, you didn't. We did. I completely forgot about that. That is something we were offered. Yeah. No, this is the thing. They offered it, but I don't think we ever did it. Like, I think we all said yes because we were like, because you weren't even
to
I
there.
wasn't there. I guess it was like how to deal with Alicia, but like I need that.
Deal with Alicia.
I need that.
How to deal with Alicia. You do need that. No, we were offered it. I forget by who, but I think it's because
Bleep, bleep,
like bleep defo
Probably.
for sure.
Whatever.
I can't remember who offered it to us, but I think it's because none of us had ever experienced grief before. Obviously, neither had you. But you were off school for how long?
Well, it was March, and then I think I came back in like start of May. 'Cause I
Yeah,
remember
you were
walking
not
into
gone for
drama.
long. Yeah, and everyone burst into tears.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from me, and I was like, "What the hell is going?"
What's
That
going
felt like a
on?
fever dream
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
Well, everyone.
Yeah, like people genuinely, like loads of people just burst into tears and was like, "Oh my god, I literally can't believe it. I knew her, I liked her."
How did you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Well, it was nice. I mean, half of the people I was like, fuck off. But our drama class was close.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate it from kind of everyone. I remember like Alice and Bethany, you and Jazz.
We
quite
were quite a
clearly.
tight-knit group, yeah.
Which it was sweet, like it was nice. Everyone was just like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck?" And then everyone was like, "I'm so happy to see you, and I'm glad you're back."
Also, I was saying the people that like were like, "Oh my god, I knew her and I loved her," you didn't. And that's who I was talking about. Like people handled it like well, didn't they? Weren't arseholes, but some people I was like, "What the hell
That's
is that
classic.
about?"
That's what everyone
Even
does.
about like someone that didn't die at school, like my mum, like people were doing that with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you never met her.
No,
I don't think ever.
no,
Do you know what I
People love
mean?
to do that.
because like it
Love
was
it.
like at that time it was you, Steph, Nancy, Millie,
Our
Riley,
little gang. Yeah.
that would come round. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
People love to do that though. They use like, what did we call it? Grief
Grief
Olympics.
Yeah, Bethany did come round too. To be fair.
Yeah, she did. That's what I mean. Like some people did and come round and knew
Yeah.
her, but like it was the people that didn't that were like, "Oh my god, it's."
Always the case.
was
So
like, "Oh my
sad. I was
God."
like, yeah, it is.
That's what we were talking about earlier when you asked me if people message pretending to know them,
Yeah.
and I
bet
told
that's-
Jess the story.
Oh my god, bum pick.
Yeah, a girl. A girl
Bum pick story.
found out the news about Fran's passing, and everyone knew.
Yeah.
And she'd messaged to say, "Hey, I haven't heard from Fran in a while."
Pretending she didn't know.
Yeah, I think
Which
was
is
the
so
case.
fucked
Which
up.
I think was to give her the. She wanted to be told like she was someone close. Perhaps. Anyway, I got that message through. I was already angry because everyone was pretending to be friends with her, and
Yeah.
people that were horrible to her pretending to care. And I clicked on the message 2 seconds ago. Clicked on the Instagram story, and it was a bum pic. of
Ass
her.
shot.
So she
Ass
couldn't have
shot.
been that concerned.
Straight
I
up
love
ass.
when people post ass shots. I've got to say.
Oh yeah.
I love
Straight
it for
up
them.
ass.
Yeah.
But don't pretend that
No.
you care.
When you're literally
When you're posting your ass.
half your brain's thinking about how good your bum looks.
Which it did.
Look good.
Of course.
Upsetting.
Gotta give
me
it to
so.
her.
Yeah.
Social media was the absolute trenches.
Mm.
It still is. But around the top. Stop saying
Sorry.
full names because I have to bleep them all out.
Mr. Jess.
Oh my god, yeah! Oh my god, I forgot
happened?
about that.
I'll tell you.
What
I'll tell
happened?
you now.
I
I'll
know
find
who
it.
he is.
March 23rd, 2017. So this is 5 days after it happened at 20 to 9 in the evening.
Okay.
Dear Alicia, I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. Please let me know of anything I can do. You can see me or contact me whenever you like. Take care. Lots of love.
I think that's really nice.
I know, I was just about to
I
say.
think it is.
Yeah.
But
Bit
You
odd
don't know,
finding
though,
you
do
on,
you?
on Facebook and stuff,
Student,
though.
are you allowed to do
Yeah.
that?
I don't
No.
think so.
You're definitely not allowed to do that, but let's just say
Moving past.
he must have been in his feels. Let's hope for the best.
I'm so sorry that he was in his feels at that time.
Yeah, but
No, I know. That poor man.
I think his heart was in the right place.
let's move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, it was really the trenches when you were going through it because your messages would be popping off, but a lot of them would be just from people you really didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
hear from, and people that made you quite angry.
Yeah, but it's weird because at that time you don't, like, nothing feels real. So, like, you know your phone's going off and you know that people are texting you. But, like, I couldn't imagine sitting in bed and, like, texting someone about it. But I do know that I did that because I must have texted you guys. How did I tell you?
You rang me.
Did I?
Oh, well, I was at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timothy was drinking vodka. out the
Timothy was drinking
bowl.
vodka out the bowl.
This is the sweet 16 we mentioned.
This is
in
the
the last
sweet
episode.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweetest 16 of all.
The sweetest ever.
So sweet.
Yeah, I was at the party. I went back over to your guys' house the next day and cleaned up the pizza because you had pizza under your pillow in your bedroom.
That sounds like me.
Did I? No, somebody else put it there. I know.
But
who.
I wasn't there because I was with Dad.
Yeah, I went back over.
Oh,
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't. My mum. We just went in and cleaned
that
up.
sounds like a your mum thing to do.
And then you rang me, and then I came over 3 days later and we had chicken nuggets. Do you remember? I brought you 20 chicken nuggets and we sat and ate
I
them.
do remember that.
Watched Orange is the New Black.
Of course we did.
Yeah.
So you guys.
Said
Both
nothing.
closeted.
Said nothing. Said nothing to each other. Ate chicken nuggets in complete silence and
Did you
watched
not
Orange is
talk
the New
about
Black.
what happened?
No.
That's
I
You
don't
didn't
remember.
say. We didn't say anything. I remember very vividly. Alicia said absolutely. She said hello. I gave her a hug. Gave her the chicken nuggets. She went thank you. We went upstairs, sat in your room, said nothing, stared at each other while we ate them. Then put Orange is the New Black on, and then about 3 episodes in, I left.
Is that when we took those selfies?
Taking selfies
Shut
during these griefy times is so funny.
Shut the fuck up. Did
Is
we
it?
say nothing to each other and then take selfies? No, that was before. I know which
must
one.
have been before.
I know which ones you mean. No, they were before. Yeah, we didn't speak to each other. We just sat in each other's company, and then I left you to it.
Oh.
Because I said, "Do you want me to go now?" And you said, "Yeah."
That's
And I
so
said, okay.
nice.
Yeah.
That
What
is
the
really
hell?
Nice. I don't remember talking to anyone either about anything.
No.
I don't think you put anything in our group chat because we had the Facebook group chat with everybody.
I do remember because
Did you?
I do because I put some in the chat and I said, "Is it weird that I'm excited that we can have sleepovers
Yeah.
whenever we want?"
Yeah,
I remember that.
I do
you?
remember that. Yes. Yeah.
And Steph was like, "Probably, but it's normal." Steph was very mature about it
Steph was great with it.
because I remember she was like, "Why the hell have they offered us counselling? Like, what the?"
Yes, I genuinely completely forgot about that, but
Yeah.
they did. When you weren't there, they offered us counselling. We said yes, and then nothing ever happened of it because we were like, we're not going to turn it down, but we were a bit like,
nothing happened.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
nothing
of
ever
course it
happened.
didn't.
Yeah, of course it didn't happen. No, yeah. And yeah, and then you didn't get offered it, which is like
Actually insane.
really, really odd.
Actually insane.
Because what do you mean?
But it's weird because we were obviously at the same school when it happened, and you were at that school when things happened to you. I know you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
No,
I
you were at
left.
uni. Weird.
Your first
with,
year of uni.
with Bloom, I suppose.
Blue,
You were.
yeah. Griefy school that.
Those walls.
Those walls. What would you think would happen if I went back into that school? I think I'd like burst into flames.
Well, we have been back since.
We have been, yeah. Yeah.
went as
And
a
we said
visitor.
yesterday, we were having a chat yesterday, weren't we? And we said, I said to you, would you go back? And I said I'd go back with you. I wouldn't go back on my own.
Yeah, same.
Can't handle going through
God,
those
no,
corridors.
that's good.
But
I think I'd enjoy it because I would feel like I've done this shit.
You've
Like I've done
learned,
it. I've
you've
learned it.
grown.
I'm not this person anymore.
Yeah, I think that's interesting about like places where the grief has really, like that was like
That was where it happened.
certain areas
Yeah.
where it just really existed.
Yeah.
I haven't been back to any of them, and the ones that I have been back to, like driving through, like always ended in panic attacks or like
Yeah.
sobs or like.
Some sort of like built up anger where it just ends in like
Yes.
someone being like angry.
But I think that's normal. Like that is literally just being triggered, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you're literally just like, and that's normal. If there's places that you guys can't go to yet and stuff,
Yeah.
don't worry about it, because now, like prime example, you said you'd be able to go back into that school and laugh. Like
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
just a time thing, and that will be different for everyone.
Yeah, I could go to that school, but that town probably not, which could be hard. Because I wouldn't be able to go to the school without going to the town. But I'd like driving through that town is horrible.
Yeah.
And Leicester.
Yeah. I have a question.
Go on.
The other day when we went back through our messenger chat and we
Yeah.
were finding loads of pictures and videos from when we were like 13, 14, 15, all of that, do you find those difficult to look at? Like that video, the statue challenge or whatever it's called, in the Max, do you look back at like those videos and do you find joy in them?
I look at 16-year-old me and I know that that's me. And I don't feel resentment about that. Like I know, like school, I recognise as me.
Yeah.
But young child, I don't.
Okay.
Which is weird because it didn't happen to me as a young child. But I guess that's why, because it happened to me at that time.
It's like the nice bits you've disassociated from.
Yeah.
Because they're too painful to remember.
Do you watch those videos and pictures that I was showing you the other day and were you like, oh my God? Or
Well,
were you,
kind
like,
of.
happy?
I find quite. Think I find it comforting because it's like, look how far I've come. I think.
Yeah.
Do you do that with yours?
I've been on a journey with it, I think.
Mm.
I haven't been, like, there's pictures I haven't looked back on. Like
Yeah.
that, it's just...
Because do you struggle with
Sometimes.
pictures like pictures of you and Fran when you were younger?
I don't think that that's me. In
That's
the
the
pictures
thing.
with Fran, I don't think it's me.
That's the same with me and Eliza. Like I don't think that's me either.
Yeah, and that's even crazy because that was so recent.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, innit?
This is what we're saying, so recent. How long ago was it that Eliza
3
was?
years.
That feels like a month ago.
I know.
But also that one doesn't really exist in my brain. I don't think I'm there with unlocking that.
Yeah.
I
in
don't
a
think I've
couple of
unlocked
years.
Fran, to be honest. I'm starting to unlock Mum.
Yeah.
So it's gone like the
Yeah, we're
first
getting
one we're
there.
working through. Fran will be next.
We're on the first one. Yeah.
But that's
I
the
like-
thing. It's not a like, oh, okay, I've accepted that one. Let's, we're over that. That's not how it works. You don't get over it. You just learn to like live with it, but you have to accept it. Obviously, that's what we're
Yeah.
like at the moment. The acceptance bit then helps you live with it.
Yeah.
That's,
it's
there's
interesting.
longevity with that, because I could have suppressed forever. I was like, this is.
I thought I
this is
could
fine.
too.
And then it comes to a point where you can't. And,
Yeah.
But then that bit where you realise you can't is obviously so hard. But then you know the freedom that comes with the acceptance and actually looking back and not being able to look at photos anymore and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice to look back at them. I'm not there yet, but I can imagine that in my future.
That you will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Can you tell Jess about... Jess had a question she asked me earlier. She said, when... Go on.
You were Ham the Pig.
When was she?
When?
were you
That was
When
first
were
year
you
of
Ham the
uni.
Pig?
So Mum died in March, and the show was that year. Can't even
Like
remember.
May, probably.
Yeah.
Ham the Pig. Did you just go back and do Ham the Pig?
Yeah. So I.
No, you didn't just go back and do Ham the Pig.
Like, did you go back?
Yes, they said.
They took the role off
No, they
you.
said they basically just said, I got given Ham the Pig in the school dance show, and then I got a message. Uni dance show. It's not school. It's even worse. It's a uni.
It was uni.
dance
She
show
was
that I was
sexually
I
active.
was sexually active, bruv.
She was old.
I wasn't in the
Ham
school
the
show.
Pig.
I was chosen.
You were
a
an
consenting
adult.
adult that chose to be. Anyway, we spoke about me being a musical theatre freak. We're gonna leave that.
Yeah.
Ham the
Anyway,
Pig.
We're gonna
they
leave
said
that.
that, hey, sorry to hear, hope you're okay. Shall I see how nice the message was, actually?
Ham
Yeah.
Because if I've just been
blinking
chatting
pig.
shit this whole time, I
It could be
apologise.
really nice.
Ham the Blinking Pig.
Ham the Pig as well. And she was
Ham
so
the Pig.
happy
Did
with
you
that.
audition for Ham the
Yeah.
Pig? Did you?
No, I just auditioned.
And they gave you Ham the Pig.
Okay.
Who
Which
is
I don't
Ham the
wanna read.
Pig? Is it the money
The
box?
pig. Yeah. That money pig.
Oh my
Have you
god.
found it? Fuck off if you found
Have
it.
you?
Jess, I'm scared.
Tension's killing me, mate.
Hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Wait.
Hey, Mimi.
That's confirmed.
No.
11th of April 2017. So this was less than a month since the death.
Yeah, just after the funeral.
Hi, Amy. I hope you're having a lovely Easter and congrats on getting charmed. I'm so sorry to do this, hun. I'm so sorry to do this, hun. But as you won't be at rehearsal next week, You won't be able to be ham for the show. Hold on. 30th of March.
30th of March was a week after it
17th
happened.
of March.
That's the day it happened.
I messaged her on the 17th
And you told
of
her?
March.
Mum went into hospital and you thought, I need to tell the Suds chair.
It was working message. This wasn't before. This
Oh,
is
because
at
you were at uni.
15:30.
Fuck, that's horrible.
Yeah, this is at 15:30
This is when
of the
before it
day.
happened.
Hey, ham. 17th of March, sent a kissy face.
Shut up. So did you tell her?
Hey, ham. Every message she puts, hey, ham.
Did you tell her what had happened?
No.
Oh.
Did
she know?
On the 29th of March, I was messaging her pretending nothing had happened.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
has anyone left any harem pants for Jai Ho? Oh, they were mum. Right. Mum lent me a pair of trousers for the show, a different show. So I messaged her on the 28th of March, 10 days after she died. Hey, has anyone left behind some Jai Ho pants? I've lost a pair of my mum's. I'm scared I lent them out. Hey, ham, I have a pair. I've sent a picture of mum wearing the trousers.
10 days after she died?
10 days after she died.
You cried!
Rob's legs.
Oh no.
Just my dead mum's legs in a picture. Hey, did you find the trousers? I'm messaging like manically about the trousers. Like, can we find the trousers? Can you look in the cupboard? If you are, please can you give them to Charlie? Anywhere in my flat? Don't worry if not, but please could you look? Like, I'm manic.
You're losing it.
Anyway.
You're losing
Hey,
it.
Whit, let me know if you have any luck. Nothing. Any luck? Sorry for all the messages. Blah, blah,
But
blah.
Amy, they don't know she's dead, so they don't know why you are so desperate to find them.
No, she does, I think. Well,
What was she stop?
how would she know?
So you just got replaced?
Anyway, then it comes 11th of
Right.
April. Hi, hun.
Hi, hun. She's changed from ham to hun.
Yeah,
You're not ham
real
anymore.
quick.
You're hun now.
You've been fabulous in rehearsals, but the show's not far away. Hope all is well with your family. Can't wait to see you very soon.
We weren't well.
Who weren't well, but
We
fair
weren't
enough.
well. Oh my god.
I'd really like to keep my part, so I'm going to try and find a way to come.
Oh, Amy.
Will you put back?
That was my reply.
Amy!
Amy.
Sorry, I
I
haven't
wish
been able
I'd
to.
known.
Sorry, I said first of all, sorry I haven't replied. I've been so busy. I'll be able to
So
message you more
busy.
tomorrow, but
Busy.
I'd really like to keep my part,
Planning
so
a
I'm going
funeral.
to try and find a way to come next week.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm going to cry. I got told I don't have anything to catch up on from the week I missed. Let me know. The only issue is that we're really far behind on rehearsal, and next week we need to dedicate at least one full day, as you haven't got time to reteach. I'll speak to my sister and see if she can come because I really can't leave her at the min. And then, to be fair, she said a week later, hey hun, hope everything's okay with you. Don't worry about coming to rehearsals. I can come to your flat. I'll meet you at uni and teach you what you've missed.
Oh, okay,
That's
redeem,
cute.
redeem.
That's cute.
Redeem.
She's going to sort out a timetable. That's so nice. Let me know.
Redeem.
Hope your family are doing okay. That's lovely.
Okay, brilliant. Thank
Redeemed.
you, Whit.
A happy ending. Don't worry, I know you'll be needed at home. Love it. No hard feelings, Amy. You shouldn't be stressing about suds. I'm glad I've made a plan so you can still be ham.
And you
Uh,
were.
So you were?
And I was.
You were Ham the Pig.
She was.
I
Have you
was
got
Ham
any
the fucking
pictures?
pig. I was tap dancing with a pig mask on, in like balls deep in my grief. Like I was literally like that. Oh, what was the song?
Eminem.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Now this
This
looks
is
like a job for me.
So everybody, just follow me.
Did you go
and
and
the-
watch it?
Yeah.
And the ham
I'd
mask
sit
cut
there
my
and watch
face
it.
up.
Does that does that
What
feel
the
like a
fuck
fever
is
dream
wrong
now?
with me?
I
that
had
feel like
to
a fever
go
dream
to
now?
Manchester to watch that.
That's grief.
Does that feel not the look to camera I can't do?
Do it. She knows her camera. She knows her lens.
knows her lens.
Which was my camera? Bang. Which was my camera?
Which
Bang.
is like, camera.
I didn't want that to be a story of bashing. I genuinely wanted to
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
too. But like, it's so nice that she realised. Like, we were all so young. We were literally like basically children. Like, and also the pressure of that dance society was a madness.
Yeah.
I was chairperson the next year. I don't know why I took it so seriously. It was actually crazy. My two best friends were in the committee with me, and one day they didn't come, and I was furious. Like, it was like some army camp. or
It was
something.
insane.
So I respect
Yeah, the stress.
the stress.
Yeah.
And also, I was just trying to get my Jai Ho pants. Jai Ho. Also,
Jai
why
Ho
was I doing that
pants.
to J Ho? Like,
I love that song though.
yeah, but
That's
come
Yeah,
on.
but
I
you
know.
yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah. No, you're not correct.
That's not right. And then I had to come up to Manchester and watch that.
Do you know what?
Sorry. Did you not like it? You and Dad surprised me.
Aww.
Oh, that's so nice.
I didn't
take it
feel
back.
anything. I didn't feel anything.
I remember when we surprised you, you were like,
No, I felt that. That was nice. But like during that time, like I was literally just tapping on stage. I had no anxiety. I had nothing going on in between these two bits of my face. I was literally like that.
2 bits of my face.
With my skull.
I was like, ah.
Grief does weird things.
You were
to you.
amazing with that.
We've danced the whole way through our grief, to be fair.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
we did, to be fair.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I didn't
Danced.
see you during such a big bulk of this time because
Yeah.
you went to uni. I went to college.
When I was at
Then you
sixth
went to
form.
uni, and then I literally didn't see you for what, 4 years.
Yeah.
But we would speak on the phone and we'd text all the time.
Yeah.
So I always knew what was going on, roughly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've not seen you in 2 years.
Yeah, it's mad.
Back again now.
Back again now.
Back again.
Love that.
But I remember so vividly that you were setting boundaries from so early on. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Did you remember that?
No.
You set boundaries with our little group, not as specifically as guys. I'm going to set some boundaries, but like I think we were all quite respectful around it because we were
were.
like, what do you need from us? What do you want? And then you specifically said, because I texted you and said, do you want? It was about maybe a year after I said to you, I've just found some pictures of your mum and some
Oh,
videos.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I said,
yeah,
do you
yeah.
want to see them? And you said, no, I don't want to see them yet. And I said, that's fine. Well, they're here when you need them. And then you messaged me like 6 months later and you're like, can I have them now? And I said, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I sent them to you. And they're lovely videos.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah,
They're
you know
off
which
of
ones
our
I mean.
holiday.
That is my favourite holiday still.
Yeah, same.
We
To
went
this
on
day.
holiday as mum and our stepdad. Where did we go? Cornwall?
Great Yarmouth.
Great.
Ah, yes, in a caravan.
Because I literally had a hyperfixation.
I don't remember any of that.
No. I just had a
When was that?
hyperfixation that I needed to take you to the beach for your 16th. It was June.
Yeah.
You did
July?
have
15th, it must have been 15th.
July.
July. July 11th.
Friends of 13 years. She goes, your birthday's in June. It's not.
July 11th.
July 11th. Yes, that's
Cute.
the one. Yeah, that was my favourite holiday and always will be.
Same.
Aw.
It was so fun.
Yeah. I've got a video of you going, can you wash my gazelles? And your mum goes, what's a gazelle?
What is a gazelle?
The shoes. The Adidas shoes. I literally
What's a
found it.
gazelle?
I found it the other day on the train on the way here.
Stop
And
it.
I thought, oh my God, shut up. Yeah, and all those videos and pictures and stuff of your mum are all on our Facebook chat.
I remember that.
Scrolled past them the other day and thought,
You need to save those chats.
Yeah, we do.
I've got all the pictures in my phone somewhere. I've got it in a folder.
That's another thing I did, which I'm glad I did. With Fran, there's online things you can download to transcribe like Facebook chats and stuff. So it was like an
That's
online
good.
tool I put in the chat or somehow did it. It didn't take me long. Well, it took long to do it, but it didn't take me long to figure out how to do it. And it saves all the chat. And then I've just got that on a hard drive, so then you can just scroll through like
Oh,
a kind of
that's
PDF.
so lovely.
So you should
Oh.
definitely do that because it's so nice to look back on that because her Facebook, her social media, this is a different story.
Got wiped.
Yeah, the family got rid of all of it, and this was like, that was hard for me.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because that was such like social media is such a window into what that person's life was like at that time. Like when you guys look back on your Facebooks, you know exactly what type of person you were
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a window into memories and stuff.
It's such a time capsule.
And like I just manically screenshotted everything. I was like every
I remember
profile
that.
picture, but that's their decision, and that's fine. But,
yeah.
it was hard for me at the time. But that takes us on to talking about social media. What we were talking about earlier about posting on anniversaries and stuff. Because I put a post up the other day on Fran's anniversary because I'd posted, and then after I posted it, I felt so kind of embarrassed and weird.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a reoccurring thing when I post. And you were talking about it before, like you want to put something on. It doesn't matter what the reason is what I was saying. Is like you feel like you're just doing it for attention, but you are. Like anything you post on social media is for attention, and that's not a bad thing. Social media is people post pictures of a coffee, a fucking
Your ass.
sunset, like your ass, good on ya. But, and so I should be able to post a picture
Good
of
on ya.
something that's so important to me
Yeah.
without feeling bad about it. And sometimes, you just want to post to make people be a bit kinder with you on the day. Sometimes it's to remind people, like a lot of the times I post, it's like I want people to remember her and
That
what
she
happened
died.
and that she died, but also her.
Yeah.
Like people at school, like that she a real person. And that's the whole thing with grief, I think, is like you never want to talk about it because you don't want to feel like you're making things about you or bringing the tone down, but like you can do whatever you want
Literally whatever you want.
that makes you feel better, and that's
Yeah.
gonna help.
I mean, because it's also like when I do that, or like sometimes I used to do it a lot when I was younger, like on my close friends and stuff, but like posting just like rants of like how you're feeling and like,
Yeah.
or just like letting people know instead of like texting everyone and being like, this is how I'm feeling at the moment, just like shit posting it on your story and just being like, this, be patient with me. It's that similar thing with posting on grief anniversaries, but you get such I get such embarrassment of like, people think I'm attention seeking. And it is true. It's such a weird feeling because like I am. Like I'm not attention seeking, but like I'm posting so that people
See it.
reply and see it.
Yeah, it's intentional.
Yeah.
And even if it's not intentional, like, I think, obviously we deep everything we post about people that we've lost, because obviously you just naturally do, but even if you just don't deep it and you post something, like, that's fine too. You don't have to justify anything. Like, the only thing people need to be worried about posting online is hateful stuff.
Yeah.
Like, or damaging stuff. Like, anything else you want to, if people don't like it, they can fucking unfollow you.
Yeah.
So, like, you're doing it for a purpose, and that's important.
Yeah. And I think that's fine for you to have to remind people and you have to bring it up again. And like, because I was so angry at school when people, like, I was angry when people didn't bring it up, but I was also very relieved when people didn't bring it up. So it's like no one could win at that time. And it was such a bittersweet feeling all the time. But it's what I've learned growing. It's like, it's okay for you to have to remind people because it's Sonder, isn't it? Like, everyone's the main character in their own lives. So like, if you have to remind people to say like, this is when it is, or you have to remind someone and say it's coming up, that's fine. That doesn't mean they don't care about you. That just means that they live their life too.
And there's been times that I haven't even known it's an anniversary. Like,
that's true.
Sort of message, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, so people do need that reminder. I used to think before, like, you should know it. You should know it. But obviously, people close to you, I think, have a responsibility to write it down, especially like partners and stuff. But like, everyone else does have lives that do carry on, and it's painful, but like, yeah, you need to learn to be able to. So, like, I think that's what we've learned, like, being able to self-soothe without needing other people, because before we couldn't self-soothe, we just needed someone to fix it. Someone to recognise that we were,
I always feel really bad because I'm bad with dates, and when you guys post on the anniversary every year, I always go outside and have a cup of tea at night. We just go outside, sit. Every year, I've done it every year. Every year, because I'm so bad with dates, so whenever you guys post, I'm like, go sit outside,
Reminder.
have a cup of tea.
Did you still have cups of tea with Mum?
Yeah.
But that's...
You sit in the conservatory and have a cup of tea with her.
Wouldn't it be funny if we used to smoke with, like, at that time, because we wouldn't have left the garage. We smoked like, well, smell like chimneys now.
Well, I wanted to just say that it's an interesting perspective having you on, Jess, because like, even now, like, obviously I'm with Nina, like she's never gonna know Mum. Even Isabel, like one of my best friends, housemate, I met her after Mum died.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She's been there through all of it, but she wasn't even there.
But she doesn't know her. Yeah. But like with you knew her, and like
I spent so much time at your guys' house. So I used to
from like 11 for like 5 years straight. You were there and you were with her, and like, she was a mum to everyone as well. Like with Steph,
that's what I was going to say.
Actually mothered Steph.
She was actually like our communal mother.
She
like
was.
Because we didn't. I never went to other friends' houses. I just went to your house.
No, everyone came to mine.
And I have such vivid memories of having tea with her. But then I'm like, where are you?
That's the thing.
Fran used to sit with Mum without me.
Yeah. Like, did I just... I'm pretty sure a couple of times I went round and you weren't there. Because I think you were at something to do with school or something. I was waiting for you.
I mean, she used to cook lunch for Steph as well.
Yeah.
And like... But that's so nice because what Nina said to me the other week was like, the more I learn about your mum, the more I learn about you. And like, I don't know why I would ever focus on what happened afterwards. I don't want you to tell me... You can if you want, but I don't want you to focus on what happened afterwards because that's nothing to do with her. I want to learn about her. And you can do that.
That makes me really emotional, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God.
I literally was like, what the fuck? I had to sit for like 10 minutes and be like, what have you just fucking said? Like, what?
That's so nice.
So true.
It's so
But
true.
you
But
can do that.
That's not even very common, I don't think.
I think that's
very
incredibly, incredibly
But you
rare.
can teach me what she was like too, because I don't really remember.
See, this is the thing. My memory is brilliant, as we found out the other day. I remember a lot about your mum.
What's she like?
I remember what she sounds like.
You don't have to do that.
No, it's okay. I won't do that. It's okay. But yeah.
No, go on. How I remember Mum's voice is like, You're right, girls!
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
That is pretty
You're
bad.
right! Not that bad!
Oh, fuck off, Alicia!
No! She was very loving.
She was living.
No, yeah, she was. And I have 2 videos of her. One, she's singing in the car. I forget what she's singing. She's singing.
Is she singing?
You know what I
Can't
mean.
help it if we're tilted. I am actually good. She used to love that song when it came out.
No, but it is a
Is
song.
it all about the bass?
No.
Is it
You
Love
know.
that
you've
my
seen-
exes and the
That's it.
Is it?
That's the one.
Shut
yeah,
up.
that is what. And you're in the car in the front, and you're looking at her like this. I look in the camera and do it. And then she's just singing, and then the other one, she's dancing round a dream catcher.
That's her
See,
to a
that's
T.
it.
Yeah, that is, and that's I've always kept them.
When you just said then, Alicia looked at her. I was
I
like,
said, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Alicia looked at her.
Do you remember when she? Do you remember for my birthday she got me a best friends book of best friends.
Yeah.
She got me that Urban Outfitters book
Yeah,
that's
she
like,
did.
and it's just a load of
And
pictures.
it was just from her as well.
Just from her, and she put in it from Jez, my top bird.
My top bird.
My top bird, and I have it in my bedside table with the little thingy that says Jez, my top bird. In fact, the Jez, my top
Please
bird
send me a
thing
picture of it.
is in my wallet, where it will remain. She got me a book
I
of
remember
best
that.
friends, but just loads of illustrations of like best friends do this together. And I was like, oh my god, shut up.
I
Yeah,
remember
do you?
that. She did, yeah, 'cause she bought it for you. Because I'd already bought you a present.
Yeah, it was honestly one of the nicest presents. Oh my god. Yeah.
Amy has passed away.
I can't. That's so cute.
Yeah.
I
it's
can't
nice,
believe
isn't
I
it?
looked at her.
That, no, right, this is
Sorry,
getting too deep
yeah.
now. No, not you.
Oh.
White flag.
Because I said to my therapist the other day, I was like, I don't talk about who she was. I only talk about the after.
Yeah.
That I don't talk about, like, in the odd chance, I'll be like, oh, there's a story about her that I'll throw in. But I can only really think of a few that I would bring up because they are actually, I think, too painful for me. I think my next thing is remembering her as a person
Yeah.
because I'm so,
Same.
like, overwhelmed with the after. And I think that's obviously because of my role.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to.
You didn't have time to think about her. And that is the thing. I think it's like you get to a point where you want to remember who they were because you're at a point where the aftermath isn't so engulfing, all consuming
Yeah.
that you can. But yeah, it makes me feel sick thinking about the fact that I actually conversed with that woman.
You didn't just converse with her, you came out of her and she grew you.
Yeah. Literally.
Which is something I will never say again. It's too big.
That's fucked up. I like to think that I was just plopped on the planet by aliens. Like, I genuinely go through my life thinking that I was written as a character and that I didn't come out of her fanny.
Funny. Why did you have to
didn't
do
ruin it with
that? Do you feel like you're in a movie?
Yes.
Does your life feel like a movie? I do. That's for sure. That's another story for another day.
Just setting up her own podcast.
What was your podcast? Mr. Krabs! What was your...
Sorry.
Mr. Krabs, is this an inside joke that you say about my laugh?
No, I have thought that and it's finally come out.
It's finally come out.
Oh my god.
Slip the tongue.
I think it's more SpongeBob, isn't it?
Oh.
Anyway, what would your podcast be called?
I don't know. That's sorry.
I'm joking.
I'm trying to think of something smart and witty, but I'm not funny without you two. Like,
That ain't true.
So not true.
That's so not true.
it's like the other day when I went, I need the frets. That's what I need in my life. I need them back.
She did.
You guys are my humour.
Hopped on a train
No,
at
LAX.
with my dream and my cardigan.
Well, I'm glad you're here. And thanks for being on with
you.
us
Thanks,
today.
Fox.
Thanks, Fox.
Thanks, folks.
Thanks, Fox. If you got any questions about what Mum was like, don't ask me and Amy, ever. Ask Jess.
You know what I did realise? You know on TikTok, I don't know if this is linked. I'd love if someone would tell me. You know when you go on TikTok and you're watching a video and you click on the comments and at the search bar is what people have searched to do with it.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't
Yeah.
it? So I went on ours.
No, it's not.
And it was how did it was like how did If We Laugh Mum die or something? How did Amy and Alicia's mum
Shut
die?
up.
Yeah.
They've searched that on
And
TikTok.
I
People
screenshotted
search that
it.
on TikTok
Want
though.
to know? Like, TikTok's going to tell them.
But the thing is, I always click on the comments and then click on the search bar.
I would want to know.
That's
I guess we'll never know.
Absolutely insane that they've searched that on TikTok.
But is that how it works? Because surely people haven't done
No,
that.
it's the most searched thing, I
It
think. I don't know.
Or is it
Tell us in the
just
comments.
content of the video?
Tell us in the comments.
Well, I don't know. TikTok, please help.
TikTok, help
Do
us.
you want to know that?
But somebody has obviously searched that in order for it to come up there. It's not AI, I know that.
I don't know.
How did your mum
That's
die, Amy?
Absolutely. Didn't you literally have an episode where you discussed how that's literally the wrongest thing to ask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just
Wrongest.
People have said on the comments of that video that they liked being asked how, and I think anything's completely valid,
Yeah, of
whatever.
course.
But that's just something that we don't
like it.
We don't like it because it's, again, going back to the thing that Nina said, it's like, if you want to ask me things, like, you could ask how I am doing, obviously, if you care.
If you even
You could
care.
ask me how I'm doing. You could ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah, you could ask me how I'm doing. Or ask about her before, like,
Yeah.
if you are supposed to find out how someone passed, you will get told. And if they want to talk about it, they'll talk to you.
Such a good point.
I just think,
point.
like, I've
If you
been
get that
asked,
close.
Yeah, the people that, you don't need to know.
Yeah.
No.
And I've taught, like, the people that
It's also
are
not the
closest
point.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the
It's
point.
literally not the
It's not
point.
the
Yeah,
point.
the people that are closest to me, no. And that's fine.
People that need
Because
to know.
I've
know.
wanted to share it with them.
Yeah.
As a safeguarding thing.
Yeah.
But, like,
And as like to help with your triggers and
yeah,
things like that.
exactly.
Like have you noticed I never call you? I tell you to call me because you
Yeah.
don't like to just be called.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
things
that's
like
my
that.
trigger too, but
I
somebody over here always fucking calls
break.
me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jess.
Sorry. Did I?
No.
I've
No, it's my
lit a
fault.
spark there. Sorry.
She
I
goes, hiya! And I go, why are you ringing me?
it's usually in an emergency, but I
No.
understand it's usually I lost the
Hi,
SD card
where's
once.
the car? Hi, where's the SD card? Hi.
I FaceTime you when it's about the car
I like FaceTime because I know that you wouldn't ring me
in a crisis
in
if
a
it's
crisis
FaceTime.
in a FaceTime.
So I can ring you on got a crisis on a FaceTime.
Got a
Can I
crisis
ring you
on a
on
FaceTime.
FaceTime when I've lost the car?
Yeah, aka FaceTime me. Ring me on FaceTime.
Ring me on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Bye.
Jess, it's been
Thank you.
Aww.
so good having you.
So much.
Girly.
It's really special
With
having
the
you back around.
frets.
My favourite friend.
Usually it's quite triggering to
Triggering.
see people from school, but you're alright.
Thank
You
you.
can stay, you.
You're alright.
You can
You're
stay.
alright. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thanks for having me,
also,
guys.
If anyone needs to hire a really talented producer,
And director.
she can do it all,
Please.
camera
I
op.
have
She can
10
also talk.
years experience in the industry and I can't get a job.
Sheffield, homies, hit her up. You won't
Please.
regret it.
Please.
Tiny but
No.
talented.
Teeny
That
weeny bit
would be
talented.
my podcast name, Tiny but Talented. I can't call
it
it that.
wouldn't
You
Can't.
are so small as well.
I know.
Tiny mini-sode with mini Jess.
Mini so with Mini Jess. Yeah.
Hope you enjoy.
Thank you.